Hi guys, it's Mel from Cooking with Cousin Mel. I got my retainers in, so I probably sound a little different. Um, Tonight I am going to make for you pineapple squares. Now I know Jerry's doing something too over at Cooking with Neighbors. I don't know what she's doing, but I am going to do pineapple squares. So at first I'm going to need there's no need in me showing you this part. I got grain wafer crumbs. So I'm going to use 2.5 cups of grain wafer crumbs. Put that in there. And I'm preheating my oven to 325. There's 2.5 cups. I got that preheated to 325. And when it comes time to put them in the oven, they're only going to be in for 15 minutes and no longer. As soon as that timer goes off, get them out. If you leave them any longer, the crust, the grain wafers become way too hard for this recipe. I've done it before thinking that they weren't cooked, and I left them in probably about 5 minutes longer, and I was kicking myself, and I've never done it again since. So just 15 minutes. So then I'm going to use 1/2 cup of butter or margarine, but I'm going to nuke it in the microwave just to melt it. So of course I'm just using parquet here. I'm just using one of these because it's a 1/2 cup. So I am just going to nuke this up till it's melted, and then I will come back and show you. Okay, so I got that nuked up, and I'll put you down so I can show you what I'm doing here. So I'm adding I'm just going to mix it so it comes together nicely. And this doesn't take much to get done. Even this smells good. I'm doing these for my son's graduating, so I am doing these up for him. So he loves them, so I told him I'd do them for his graduation, which is a couple of days' time. This will probably be my first batch. I'll probably be making another batch after this because he likes them so much. So we want to make sure everything is all coated with the margarine. You don't want any dry pieces, so just keep doing it till you don't see any light brown. It should be a little bit of a darker color than when you start it. Just make sure you know, I put some parchment paper. Oh, I got a little bit more there. I'll just I got parchment paper in my 8x8 pan, or 9x9, I think. I think it's 8x8. So it's just that they'll be easier to take out of the pan. So I will put my crumbs in. And then you're going to kind of press firmly. Make sure it stays nice and even. I'll bring it over here so you can kind of see. Like I said, you're going to press it until it's nice and firm. And also, just a little hint, you're using pineapple, crushed pineapple. So I've had mine out since this afternoon. You don't want any juice in it, so you really want to strain them really well. Yeah, you want to strain them really well. You don't want any liquid at all. So mine have been out since this afternoon, getting all the juice. So what I did was I just had them in a thing like this, and there's the juice, and they're pretty much, I'll probably use a masher just to make sure that we got all the juice out, but where it's been out so long, I think we're pretty good. Make sure you got this pressed firm, nice and firm. Here. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the oven at 325 for exactly 15 minutes. So once I get that done, I will come back and show you what it looks like. So I just took it out of the oven. I'll show you. There it is there. So now we're going to let that cool down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the filling for it. Now you're going to need a cup and a half of icing sugar. You're going to need, I think it's half a cup of margarine or butter, if you want to use butter, half a cup of that. We're going to need 2 eggs. This is my ex-mother-in-law's recipe. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 eggs. And they're going to be large eggs. So I got my beaters out. And I'll put you down just to show you what we got going on. Okay. So I'm going to put my butter in first, and I'm going to cream that a little bit before I add my icing sugar. So I'm just going to pause it because this is going to be a little loud. So once I get it creamed, I will come back. So I got it creamed, and now I'm going to add the icing sugar a little bit at a time, because if not, it's going to go all over the place. And then I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. All right, so I'm just going to pause that while I get this here done, and then I'll be right back. So I beat it for about 3 to 5 minutes because you want it nice and light and fluffy. And I also ended up stopping in between so I could scrape the sides of the bowl because it started coming up along the sides of the bowl. So I just stopped it for a few minutes just to do that. But it's nice, light and fluffy. So like I said, I'm just waiting for my the base, the graham crust. It's still just a little too warm. So I'm just going to wait for that to cool down a little bit. And then I will add this nice creamy filling and add it to that. And then we'll do the next step. Okay, so I'm going to bring down, we'll bring this, there we go. I'm going to bring this over here. And now I'm going to put on my filling. And I'm just putting it all in the center and then I'll spread it out. This is so good. I usually make this at Christmas time. But like I said, my son wants it, so I'm making it for him. Okay, so I got this little thing here just for doing icing, and so I'm going to use this to spread it out. And you just want to spread this out evenly. And you want to be very gentle, because if not, it'll lift the which I'm doing right now. That's the crumbs. So just move everything around if you have to. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to make sure it's all even. And we got one more step to do, and it's all done. You're going to put it in the fridge, and it's all ready. I usually use a tin foil pan, but of course, like everything else, I can't find them. So I don't know what happened to them. So there, I got that all evened out. So I'm just going to clean this bowl and I will show you the next one. Now we're going to do the top, and it's a half a pint or pint, which is 2 cups. So what I did was I rinsed my bowl in cold water and I rinsed my beaters in cold water. That kind of helps with the thickening up of your whipping cream. So everything just came out of the fridge cold. My beaters are cold. The bowl is cold. So I'm going to whip this up on medium speed for probably about 5 minutes, just till it gets nice and fluffy. But I will shut it off because it will be loud. So it took about, I would say, 7 minutes, 8 minutes or so to get it nice and thick. It's depending on humidity too, and it's very humid here. So that's how it, so there's my drained pineapple. So now I'm going to fold it in to my mixture. And you don't want to be really rough with this. Kind of be gentle. So I'm just going to fold it all in. Mix it up. Get it well blended. Okay. There. You guys would really enjoy this. I hope you get a chance to make it. Give it a try. Now, I know there's recipes out there where people don't use the egg. I've never done it, so I have no idea what it tastes like or anything else like that. Okay, so we'll bring our pan back down, and then we'll just put it in spots, and then we'll even it all out. And two, you have to be gentle with this because you got your filling underneath and it will move. So just kind of be a little gentle. Don't want it moving around too much. Okay. Want to make sure I get it all. And like I said, the only reason I'm using the parchment paper, it's just easier to take it out because I don't have a tin foil pan, which I know I have somewhere, and I'll probably find them after I do this. Okay, so we have that done. And now I'm just going to grab a few breadcrumbs, wafer, grain wafer, and we're just going to sprinkle some over the top. And then you're going to put this in the fridge overnight, and you're all ready to go. Just making sure I got. Trying to make sure I got everywhere. That's it. That's it for the squares, guys. I would cut a piece for you, but I can't because they have to go in the fridge and cool overnight. But I will tomorrow cut a piece and show you what it looks like. But in case I forget, that's what they are. But I will try and do it tomorrow for you, so it'll be on the ending. And but like I said, if I forget, I'll see you next week.